subscribe and click on the bell. Enjoy your viewing.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. I get older.
Have I tried rose apples? Yeah, bro, I got a lot of videos with those. I've had every fruit. Have I had snake fruit? Yeah, I've had every fruit. Have you Yeah. If you're asking me if I've had a fruit, I've had it.
We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame. We'll fight for the gospel. We'll honor his name.
Yumeshippers, stop scrolling. If you aspire to one day be the #1 Yume of your fictional other, stay here. Drop your fictional other in the comments. I'll start. My fictional other is Kel, and our ship name is Orange Slices. I'm in sharing, by the way. Use the comments section to show off your Yume art, and make Yume moods to boost your account.
Have I tried rose apples? Yeah, bro, I got a lot of videos with those. I've had every fruit. Have I had snake fruit? Yeah, I've had every fruit. Have you Yeah. If you're asking me if I've had a fruit, I've had it. Have I had Aki fruit? Yeah, dude, I've had every fruit, man. Have you had... Yeah, bro.
How to make standees like this for free. Choose a full body image of the character you want and print it. Cut the image out. Make sure to leave some paper at the bottom. Take a sheet of plastic, tape the character to it, and cut it out just a bit larger than the character. Take another sheet, put it on the bottom, and tape the extra paper to it. This is how mine turned out. I'm not very good at explaining, so if you have extra questions, ask them in the comments.
Watch me make my first ITA bag, okay? Lace, ribbon, big pin, sticker, fried chicken, heart, insert done.
God damn it, let me finish my
Bow, name, KK, plushy KK, kitty KK, bone charms.
Okay, the bag is done, okay. Please give me tips on how to make better ITA bags in the future, since this is my first time, okay? Thank you for watching, okay?
Yumeshippers! Give me your Yumeship! I'm experiencing art block, and I'm terribly stumped on what to draw, and I need your help! That's all! Enjoy the speed music! Free!
I just heard, well, man, Yumeshiping. For those that do not know, Yumeshiping is when someone ships themselves with a character. Also, IDK if OCX canon dot is also considered Yumeshiping. TBH, this is really stupid. Quell banned Yum and dot mirror shipping, but did not ban Pro and Dark dot ships. I respect all of Quell's rules, but these are just dumb. And yes, I say this is a Yumeshipper myself. What's next? Quell banning .fiction KINS.
Mila.
Making AFO heart. Locking KK underscore. Removing these apple charms. Done. I measured the size of the heart. Pictures printed. I made a cutout for the pictures so they fit. Only ended up using one picture all. Glued it in. I chose this star, Kiri. Time for the beads and charms. Assembly. Done. Turned out super cute.
make photo cards and pins of your Oshi or your Yumeship with simple and cheap materials. First, you choose the pictures you want to use as photo card or pin. Then, you use a Canva template for your pins. I made the photo cards templates with this measures, 5.5 by 8 cm. You can always make them bigger or smaller however you like. After all you have to do is apply the correct frame for the shape you want. I use sticker paper when I print my images for better quality. Also, this way is easier for us to glue them in the material we will use. Print. I'll use this transparent plastic for my photo cards, but you can always use a thin cardboard or any other material that can make them firm. Now we cut and glue them in the material we used, so it looks this way. 3. Once glued, we cut off the excess. And this is how they would look like. 3. To make it look like a real photo card, you can print a backside with an image or the title of the game or anime your character is from, but this is just a little extra to make it look cooler. And since I use sticker paper, you only have to glue it in the backside, making them look like this. Now the pins. I'll use this thicker cardboard since we are doing pins now, but like I said, you can use any other material you have at home. We repeat the same process, we cut and glue, cut off the excess, and it would be done. So that would be the way I do my photo cards and pins. Thanks for watching. 3.
J'arrive à te détester, toi. Tu dis que tu m'aimes, c'est tout de maintenant. Mais pour te goûter la même de rien, je pourrais jamais y passer mes souffrances.
Welcome to Yumeship journaling. Except everything goes completely wrong, so I become evil. At this point, I downloaded a different app because I couldn't do anything. Then I found out you have to pay for in-app crop. After a while of being evil, it was smooth sailing from here, so now I shall give ideas. When I do these collages, I like to find things that fit the character, like my F.O.'s signature color is yellow. So, I used mostly yellow images. Or if your character has interests, you can find images relating to those. This is low-key booty cheeks I would have done better off camera.
Make a keychain of my Yumeship with me. Shrink plastic. Drawing, painting, supplies, keychain. Seesaw. Seesaw. Taking a field art of the keychain y'all can put on too. X. Made some markings. Plastic time. Painted. Cut. Oven for 3 to 5 minutes. I forgot to make a hole in it. Johnny.
It's so sweet. Now that you must leave. No, we don't need to stay too chaperones.
Are you poor? Is your family super judgmental? Or are you just bored and want to make something? Well, do I have the tutorial for you, and all you're going to need are things that you can find around your house to make this inexpensive and discreet pocket shrine. You're going to need 2 sheets of paper. I have cardstock because it's more firm and easy to use for this project. Next, you're going to need glue or tape so that you can keep everything inside of the shrine and in place. You're also going to need scissors, but you can also use a box cutter for this. Don't forget something to write with. I'm going to be using crayons to keep this as cheap as possible. Now, to start things off, I'm going to be taking a box of cards, and I'm going to be tracing that shape into the middle of my, preferably, colored piece of paper. Try not to move the box around much, because keeping this as even as possible is going to be your best friend. Now, on the left, right, the top, and the bottom, you're going to trace the shape again. On the left and right, you're going to trace half of that shape, and then on the top and bottom, you're going to trace the exact same shape with the same size as in the center. And then you're going to cut that out. Now you're going to fold every single side inwards. This is going to create the covers to your shrine. And it's also going to serve as every edge on the inside that you can decorate. Your shrine can be as big or as small as you want, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to be using the basic size of the paper. Now, these edges are going to be too long. You're going to need to trim these so that they fit properly inside of the shrine. Now that you hopefully have trimming out of the way, we're going to move on to the slightly more difficult part. This is where your hopeful box cutter or other sharp object is going to come in. You can also use the edge of your scissors if you don't have a box cutter. As you saw on the bottom of my shrine, I marked where I wanted my slit to be, and then on the top page, I marked exactly where I wanted the hinge to be, and I cut out a little dome. You can extend that slit as much as you need so that the little dome fits, but this is how your shrine is going to close. I also trimmed the edges so that it looked nicer and fit better. Now, when you close your shrine up completely, it should look like a little envelope. You don't have to trim the edges how I did, but that's just how I wanted to make it look. Now we're going to move on to the second page of paper, which is where we're going to start drawing things for our shrine. Now, take that object that you first got to trace out that shape, and then trace about a third of it onto that paper. You're going to stay within that area whenever you draw the image for your shrine. You can do this as many times as you feel necessary. However, I'm only going to be doing it once to speed things up. Since this is going to be the center focus of my shrine, I'm going to draw Randy on this once. After you finish drawing your character or person, you're going to cut that out around the edge. I kept a little bit of white to make it look more like a sticker. Next, take your tape or your glue and paste that image into your shrine. I chose to use glue for this because the tape makes my cardstock a little more stiff than I want it to be. Make sure that the image is flat whenever you paste it in, otherwise your shrine will dome up and be hard to close. Now I'm going to be filling this empty space with little shapes and colors because I prefer my shrines to be more cluttered. However, you can do whatever you want with this space. Now I'm going in and I'm writing the character's name, and later on you'll see that I added a bunch of shapes around to the background. After this step, you're going to take that second paper, the one that you used to cut out the centerpiece, and then you're going to cut 1/6 of the original shape of the shrine, and you're going to draw little images on it. Again, this is mostly to fill empty space. Draw whatever you want on this. I just drew things that I felt represented my character, and just things that I thought were cute that would fill the space. Now, take your tape or your glue and paste those in wherever you want on the shrine. I just did it on the side edges so that it was cleaner. After this, like I said earlier, I filled the empty space up with random shapes and colors. I also wrote Sweetheart at the bottom of the shrine because that word represents Randy and one of his rats. You can put whatever you want wherever, but that's just what I did. Now at this point, you should make sure that your shrine closes flatly and that none of the paper inside is warped. Now at this point, my shrine looks like this. Your shrine should look something similar, at least in the shape. You can decorate it however you want. Now that the tutorial is over, I actually got this idea because I saw a comment from someone on one of my other videos. And it made me think about the fact that, yeah, some people's families don't want to see their child paste 182 images of the exact same character all over their wall. It kind of makes you look crazy. Thank you for watching. I hope this served as some sort of help for people who can't have massive shrines with their character, and I'd love to see if you make anything with this tutorial.